What's up, guys? This is Chris from DraftDashboard.com. Here are my DFS picks for MLB Thursday, June 16th. These picks apply for DraftKings and FanDuel. Before I get started, please drop a like on this video and hit that red subscribe button and hit that bell icon so you don't miss our new videos. In this video, I'm going to go over my top picks for today's MLB slate. And if you stick around to the very end of this video, we'll use the Draft Dashboard tools to make a DFS lineup using the picks we just made. Okay guys, we have a 5-game slate tonight, so let's take a look at the pitcher position. I like Luis Severino. He's got a pretty awesome pitching advantage here over a low salary batting team, the Tampa Bay Rays. Luis Severino pitches his best ball versus righty batters, only giving up a .471 OPS versus righties. He's facing 5 righties here tonight. On top of that, the Rays have only hit 7 of his last 42 pitches. That's a 167 batting average. Luis Severino is $10,400 FanDuel salary, $1,000 less on DraftKings, averaging 34 fantasy points per game on the season. He scored 49, 61, and 31 fantasy points in the last 3 games. He has an ERA of 2.8. Record is 4-1, pitching an average of 90 pitches per game. And Vegas thinks this is going to be a low-scoring game. 7.5 runs scored in this game. That's their over-under. So I like Luis Severino here versus the Tampa Bay Rays. Okay, let's take a look at the catcher first base position. Here's the home run hitter potential on the slate. I like Rhys Hoskins with a 36% batting advantage over the low salary pitcher Patrick Corbin. Rhys Hoskins is batting 20% better versus lefty pitchers, batting a .979 OPS versus lefties. Patrick Corbin pitching his worst ball versus righty batters, 16% worse than his other pitches, giving up a .900 OPS versus righties. And Rhys Hoskins is 8 for 26. That's a .308 batting average with a 1.054 OPS versus Corbin. 2 of those hits were for home runs and 3 were doubles. He's $3,600 FanDuel salary, $1,800 more on DraftKings, averaging 11 fantasy points per game on the season. He scored fantasy points in all 5 of his last games. He has a batting average of .253, so I like Rhys Hoskins here versus Patrick Corbin. Before I continue with the picks, I'm excited today because we added a new contest for everyone watching. If you want to enter the drawing for $25 PayPal, all you need to do is like this video, hit that subscribe button, and make a quick comment below to be entered into the drawing. We'll reply to a random comment and let you know that you won. And then we'll send you $25 PayPal. So it's that easy, and we pick a new winner every Saturday and announce them in our video. So get your comment in now so I can add another entry for you. Okay, let's take a look at the second base position. I like Ezekiel Duran with a 71% batting advantage over a low salary pitcher, Bo Brisk. And Ezekiel Duran is batting 38% better versus righty pitchers, batting a .929 OPS versus righties. Bo Brisk pitching his worst ball versus righty batters, 33% worse than his other pitches, giving up a .900 OPS versus righties. Ezekiel Duran is $2,800 FanDuel salary. He's $300 less on DraftKings, averaging 12 fantasy points per game on the season, scored fantasy points in all 5 of his last games, and he has a batting average of .326. So I like Ezekiel Duran here versus Bo Brisk. Okay, let's take a look at the third base position. Here's a value play. Take a look at Alec Baum with a 43% batting advantage over a low salary pitcher, Patrick Corbin. Alec Bohm, he is batting 27% better versus lefty pitchers, batting a .795 OPS versus lefties. Patrick Corbin, he is pitching his worst ball versus righty batters, 16% worse than his other pitches, giving up a .900 OPS versus righties. Now, Alec Bohm is 5 for 12. That's a .417 batting average and a 1.379 OPS versus Corbin. 2 of those 5 hits were for home runs. He's only $2,500 FanDuel salary, $600 more on DraftKings, averaging 8 fantasy points per game on the season, and he scored 9, 19, and 7 fantasy points in the last 3 games. He has a batting average of .255, so I like Alec Bohm here versus Patrick Corbin. Real quick, guys, I got great news. For a limited time, we're offering a full 30-day trial to Draft Dashboard. You can try all of our DFS tools for all sports. You can try the Position Optimizer, where you can see the top players ranked for each position. And we added a new Player Trends tool, where you can see the top salary differences between FanDuel and DraftKings. It's a really good tool to help you pick out value for the site that you're playing on. Oh, and if you're tired of doing research every day, we just added a cheat sheet that shows hand-picked plays for the slate. No confusing stat lines, no headaches, just a simple cheat sheet that shows the absolute best players for your lineups. Okay, who do we have at the shortstop position? Another value play. I like Isaiah Keener-Falefa with a 6% batting advantage over a low salary pitcher, Jalen Beeks. Isaiah Keener-Falefa, now he's only batting a .604 OPS versus lefties, but Jalen Beeks pitches his worst ball versus righty batters, giving up a .706 OPS versus righties. And Isaiah Keener-Falefa is 2 for 4 versus Beeks with a 1.250 OPS. He's $2,600 FanDuel salary, $1,700 more on DraftKings, averaging 8 fantasy points per game on the season, scored fantasy points in 4 out of his last 5 games, has a batting average of .274. So I like Isaiah Keener-Falefa here versus Jalen Beeks. Okay, moving on to the outfield position. Couple of home run hitters that I like, Mike Trout and Giancarlo Stanton. And I also like Taylor Ward. But let's see, the one guy I like, if you want to save some salary coming off of those guys, is Brandon Nimmo with a 34% batting advantage over Aaron Ashby. Brandon Nimmo batting 8% better versus lefty pitchers, batting a .855 OPS versus lefties. Aaron Ashby pitching his worst ball versus lefty batters, 27% worse than his other pitches, giving up a .833 OPS versus lefties. Now, there's no at-bats versus Ashby yet, and Brandon Nimmo is $2,900 FanDuel salary, $900 more on DraftKings, averaging 10 fantasy points per game on the season, scored fantasy points in 4 out of his last 5 games. He has a batting average of .272, so I like Brandon Nimmo here versus Aaron Ashby. If you want to try all these daily fantasy tools for yourself, click the link in the description below this video or just go to draftdashboard.com. You can use our DFS lineup optimizer to build quality lineups using our picks and your own custom player pool. Click the link in the description below this video and try all these daily fantasy tools right now. Thanks so much for watching. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit that bell icon so you can get instant updates whenever we post a new video. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please smiggity smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Oh, and please comment below with your favorite player for this NBA slate. I love to hear what you guys have to think. Thanks again, and good luck.